This video is brought to you in association with Make Jewellery, the UK's best jewellery making magazine. For exclusive subscription offers, visit www.craftyclub.net.
Hi there, and welcome back to this video demonstration brought to you by the Crafts channel. I'm joined today by Corinne Bradd, who's right in the middle of showing us how to make a wire tree of life. So Corinne, where have we got to so far?
So far what we've done is we've made a nice framework for it out of a very thick wire. And we've twisted on 4 12-inch lengths of wire to the bottom.
Right.
Now these create the roots of the tree. So what you want to do, make sure all your coils are nice and tight together. Make sure all your ends of your wire are nice and straight. And then grab them in your hand and twist it. Okay, that becomes the trunk of your tree. And you can have an old gnarly tree.
Yep.
If we then separate, and you don't have to keep the 4 wires in their pairs because they're all more or less the same. Separate these two, and actually what I'd suggest you do with these two is now use a pair of flat nose pliers to get a nice curl on them. Grab them like that to keep them flat, yeah?
Yep.
And then twist these. Oh. There's wire everywhere. Mind your eyes, won't you?
I will do.
With certain lengths of wire. Okay. There's one branch.
Yep.
This is another branch now. Okay.
Yep, I see.
And again, we'll put a couple of kinks in there to make it look like an old gnarly tree.
Give it a bit more shape.
Yeah. And then again, what we'll then do is we'll separate each of these. We can do these by hand, actually, these ones.
Yeah.
Give it another twist, because then you're going to have then 8 separate branches. And on those separate branches, what you'll do is you'll put a selection of beads to make a tree.
Yeah.
And then you'll wire each branch to the edge of the frame. And that's what holds it in place.
Okay.
So we'll just separate these out into 2 pairs. Like I said before, when you've wired up the base of your tree to make the trunk, give yourself enough wire to play with. I mean, it's getting in the way here, but you know it's much easier to work with if you know that you've got lots of wire and you don't have to worry too much, and you're going to run out, and you know you then have to curtail your design because it's not working out right. Okay, so your tree.
Oh yeah, you can see it sort of coming into shape there, can't you?
Oh, you can see it coming into bloom.
I see it coming.
Okay. So we'll start with this one down here. Now I'm going to have this branch here.
Yep.
So it comes right down. So I need about 4 beads on there. Now we've got a selection of beads here. And I've chosen pinks to go with this. So what I'm going to do to start with is I'm going to put on a nice bit of bling on there. And we'll have a pale of big bead here.
Yep.
Okay. Let's have a flat bead with an iridescent coating. So mix and match your beads. I mean, this one that I made there, you know, that's all pearls on there.
Yeah.
And it looks really pretty. So that will take it down to about there. If you put a bend in it, yeah?
Yep.
And then all you do to hold those beads in place is you then wrap the wire.
Oh, I see.
Oh. Wrap it tightly like this. And one thing that I will do to stop them moving up and down on there, if you coil it around there a couple of times, and this is why you need enough length to give yourself enough of a wire to get it nice and tight, and then just wrap it around the front of the bead there. Take it in behind.
Yeah.
Oh. Wrap it in again. And then remember which is the back of your pendant. The back of your pendant is the back where it's got the join on the main coil. And then cut it nice and close to the bead. And then what you can do when you finish is you can go along with all of them and just get a pair of small nose pliers here and just make sure that that wire is held in so it's not going to scratch your neck.
Yeah.
So there's your first branch.
Okay.
I'll do this second one here. But what you would do is you'd fill up the whole tree, and the bigger the bead you use, the more bubbly the tree looks. Bubbly, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
But you can get some beautiful effects with it.
Yeah.
You know, even if you just use 2 different types of bead. So you had the larger ones down the bottom for the main part of the tree.
Yeah.
And then sort of small ones, you know, like the small leaves at the top of the tree.
I suppose when trying this for the first time, it's probably better to sort of make a bit of a larger frame, so you've got more space.
Yeah, it gives you more room
when
to
adding the beads.
I mean, you know, you don't want to make it too big, because the last thing you want is one of those enormous, great, car signs round your neck. But I mean, the other thing you could do, I mean, it's quite a nice decorative element that you could add to a scrapbook page, or a handbag charm.
Yes.
You know, it's a pretty decoration to make. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, even come Easter or Christmas, there's nothing stopping you, you know, making them in Christmas colours.
Definitely.
It is a tree of life, so it's not really seasonal. But as I say, they are very easy to make once you've got the hang of it.
Yeah.
Once you know what you're doing, and you know, there's no right or wrong way to it, because trees grow randomly. There's no way you know, there's no necessity to make sure your branches go in a particular way. Let's just cut the back off there again. And, you know, bend your wires so it's gnarly.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it there, but you can see on this one here, I'll show you the back of this. These ones I've done first of all, like the larger ones, and then round the front. So these are actually curling over the top. You've actually got more sort of 3-dimension in that one, because of the beads, you know, because they're large pearls. And this one was done only using 3 strands of wire.
Right.
So much, much quicker. But, you know, with the contrast of the beads that you've got there, it's very autumnal, and it's quite a pretty, that's quite
definitely.
a delicate necklace. Considering it's made from thick wire, it actually doesn't look over the top, does it?
Not at all.
But so have fun with that. I'm going to carry on doing this.
Lovely.
And
Thanks for that, Corinne.
but very nice, easy to make, and there's numerous things that you can do with it once you've made it.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Corinne. Make sure you tune in next time for another of our crafty demonstrations brought to you by the Crafts Channel. Thanks.